afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
So, say hello. You wanted to sit, and now you're not staying still. Say hi. Who's that? Who's that? Who is that? Is that Arya? What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster, and I also go by D-Ray, and this is my beautiful daughter, Arya. Say hi, Mama. She wanted to do a little guest performance before Dada gets into battle with my boy MattOshea. We are in week number 9, I believe, in the BBR, so we're in the home stretch, guys. We are playing and fighting and scratching to keep this playoff spot. If you guys are excited for this matchup, do me a massive favor and shadow claw that thumbs up button. And if you're new, por favor, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the bell button so you guys get notified every single time we post a new video. Right, Mama? Say subscribe. Say subscribe to Dada. Yeah, guys, this is a scary matchup we have this week. Not only because Matt has a really good team, but because it's MattOshea, and my dude is a phenomenal draft league battler. So we have our work cut out for us this week. The matchup is on screen. He's got the team of Cinderace, Emolga, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Porygon, Roserade, Gardevoir, Mamoswine. That's a threat, huh, Mama? We don't like Mamoswine. No, we don't. Volibee, Vikavolt, Copperajah. So our team is on the left in case you guys did forget. Again, we made a couple different transactions for those who missed out on the game last week against Liv. I won't spoil it for you until the next 3, 2, 1. We 6-0'd her. Didn't think that would happen, but that's going to be phenomenal for us for the standings. We want to keep our playoff spot because we are currently sitting at, I believe, the 5th seed or the 6th seed. We want to jump up a little bit, right, Mama? You done? You want to go?
No.
Okay, you want to hang out here a little bit longer? Okay, cool. So say hi to everybody. There you go, Mama. Say we want to keep that playoff spot. So this is going to be a big matchup for us. The 6 Pokemon that are the biggest threat to my team, I believe, are Cinderace, Rapid Strike, Urshifu, Porygon, Mamoswine, and Vikavolt, and the Gardevoir. So those are the 6 Pokemon that I do think that he's going to bring. The Pokemon that we are going to bring are, I'm going to take this off and go to our team builder. So ho, put your hat on. There you go. All right, so the team that we're going to be bringing is going to be on screen here. So the first one that we have is going to be the quarterback number 1, aka Dracovish. So Dracovish is coming this week, and the matchup is looking pretty damn good for it. He doesn't really have any checks. His grass type is Roserade. His water type is Urshifu, which is an offensive threat. So I don't see that being a defensive pivot. So really good matchup for Dracovish this week. We're bringing in with the Choice Scarf, basically max attack, adamant, strong jaw. We have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Cinderace by 1 point, just in case you wanted to sit here and now you're not about it. Say hello. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you to Mama, okay? Because you're getting all over the place. Here you go, Mama. Say bye. So that's my daughter. So yeah, we have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Cinderace by 1 point, just in case, because you just never know what the speed creep is going to be on your opponent. Now the moveset that we have on this thing is obviously the button, aka Vicious Rend. We have Psychic Fangs for the Roserade in case he does want to bring a max defense Roserade, just in case, you never know. And we have Dragon Rush as our stab because his fairy type is very good as Gardevoir. Probably guaranteed that it's going to come. I am terrified that my man is going to bring a Choice Scarf Gardevoir just to outspeed a Choice Scarf Dracovish. That's probably the best bring in my opinion. Words are tough today. Sleep Talk is there in case the Roserade decides to spam sleep powders. Just in case. It's just in case. So that's the Dracovish this week. That's quarterback number 1. The next mon that we have is going to be Scott Lang, aka Durant. Durant is coming back this week after making a phenomenal performance last week against the New Orleans Saints Snow. Now this is a pretty tough matchup for Durant. It's a very offensive steel type, and the coverage on it is forced upon a specific way. I just talked about how I'm completely terrified about the Gardevoir. So the natural thing is to bring a Durant with first impression. So that would, I believe, almost Oko that thing if I can get some chip damage, or if I can get a spike up. Spoilers, we did bring spikes. Although spikes sometimes is kind of tough to bring against the Cinderace. But nonetheless, I couldn't bring First Impression because of the coverage against the Cinderace. That thing isn't a threat. Yes, I have a bunch of checks to it, but it's tough to deal with if it gets going. I had to be very strategic with my defensive pivots this game because if I get too chipped down, then Scarf Gardevoir just rips me a new one. This is my Steel type. It's offensive, it's not defensive. I can't really take a hit. It's 2-hit KO'd by a lot of things that Gardevoir wants to go to, especially if he has Mystical Fire. Oh. So we decided to go with Iron Head, X Scissor, Stomping Tantrum to be able to cover the Cinderace if we get a chance to paralyze that, because again, we did, spoilers, bring Thunder Wave. And Home Claws is there to be able to increase our accuracy and our attack. So Stomping Tantrum is there for, again, the Cinderace and for the Copperajah, just in case that thing decides to come. We did bring the Hustle Boost, obviously, because this thing hits like an absolute truck, and then we have Life Orb on this thing for maximum damage. We do have the Jolly Nature, so we don't have Adamant, so we have to play in around that. But that is the Durant. The next mon that we have is going to be Jabberwocky, aka Hitmontop. Hitmontop is coming back this week with the Technician ability. Now we have 3 Intimidators on this team. My front office did recommend that I bring Intimidate, Assault Vest, but I did bring the Assault Vest. I did not bring Intimidate. I did bring Technician. Why did I bring Technician over Intimidate? Because Porygon. Porygon is a problem. Nasty Plot Agility, Choice Scarf, Throat Spray, all of those are options, and my normal resist again is Durant. Durant is my normal resist. So if that thing decides to set up, Tri-Attack just bends me over backwards. So I did have to bring the Technician ability in order to pack Mach Punch for priority to knock that thing out after 1 spike, and depending on his spread, I could actually even, OHKO that thing depending. We have Triple Axle there because it hits like a truck under Technician, and I believe I also packed it to be able to hit the Roserade for super effective damage, as well as the Emolga in case it decides to bring Emolga, because he could get kind of cheeky and bring a Emolga with Focus Sash or defensive with static and try to paralyze my team or paralyze Dracovish. It's an option. You always got to cover everything in Draft League, so we thought about that, so that's why we have Triple Axle. That thing hits like a truck, right? Rapid Spin is there in case his Vikavolt decides to bring up them webs. Now, I don't think that he's going to want to bring a lot of hazards, because if he brings Corchage on the Cinderace, thinking about it out loud now, I don't think he brings Corchage on the Cinderace, because if he brings hazards and I bring hazards, then it kind of shuffles them. We both have webs. I've got Orbeetle, he's got Vikavolt. I don't think that Corchage comes. Who knows? Anyway, I brought Rapid Spin just in case to be able to get rid of hazards and get the +1 speed boost in case I absolutely need it. That way we can outspeed the Mamoswine and bop it with a Stone Edge plus Mach Punch, which could be pretty clutch for us. But most of the time we're just gonna click Mach Punch anyway. But that's gonna be the Hitmontop. Want to be able to E-hits from the Vikavolt just in case that thing gets too out of hand. We don't need any hits from a Gardevoir because it's still super effective damage from his dual stabs, but it's the best option that we had, in my opinion, in this matchup. So we're running the Technician ability purely for the scary Porygon. That's a scary Pokemon. The next mon that we have is going to be Arcanine, aka Friend. We're bringing the female Arcanine, so we're bringing Friend over Dog. We have Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Morning Sun, and Teleport. Yeah, we're put into another bind here. Now, we don't outspeed Urshifu. But if he does bring a defensive Urshifu and scout for that, Wild Charge is the superior bring over Teleport. The reason that we bring Teleport is to be able to handle the Mamoswine. The next Pokemon that we're going to talk about is going to be our part 2 to handle Mamoswine. But if you look at the matchup, Mamoswine tears me a new one. I am terrified of Mamoswine. This team's got Urshifu, and I'm afraid of Mamoswine. I'm obviously afraid of the both of them. The two Pokemon are just absolute behemoths. They cover each other really, really well offensively. This is such a scary team. Matt's team is bananas. Bananas. Mind you, he doesn't have a Dracovish switch in, but offensively, his team is bananas. Extreme Speed is there in case we have Mach Punch doesn't get the job done. We can do it with Extreme Speed or vice versa. Flare Blitz is to be able to bop the Roserade, bop the Mamoswine in case. So Mamoswine is going to be tough. If he brings it, there's a good chance he brings Oblivious, because Oblivious is immune to Intimidate. I have 3 Intimidate Pokemon. There could be a chance that he may think that I bring all 3 to be able to handle his offensive threats, because his offensive threats are physically offensive, aside from Gardevoir and from Porygon. And Cinderace, obviously. Cinderace is physical. So Intimidate Shuffle could be the thing that I want to do. So maybe he brings Oblivious. And if that's the case, Flare Blitz bops him because he doesn't have the thick fat anymore. So I had to bring the Teleport to be able to bring in my next Pokemon in for free in case he does bring the Mamoswine. So that Pokemon is Monch, the kill leader of the team. This team has Dracovish and Rotom is my kill leader. How do you use Dracovish? You don't. Keep it in the back and let your teams fear it. Bring it out in case you need it. It's your dog in the back. It's the Raptor in the back ready to fight whenever it's called upon. Monch is coming back this week with Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, Discharge, and Pain Split. This is our check to Mamoswine. Orbeetle's a good check to it, but Orbeetle doesn't really serve much of a purpose aside from sticky webs in my opinion. I could bring some body press shenanigans for the Mamo, but in my opinion, Orbeetle doesn't serve a larger scale purpose versus this strategy here, which is very niche. I do understand that, but again, if he doesn't bring Mamoswine for whatever reason, then we're in the clear. So we are bringing Monch this week with our Yachi Berry. The idea is to be able to teleport in, Volt and teleport in, or double switch in and out, shuffle around, and get in our Rotom for free. And then from there, 1v1 against the Mamoswine, we outspeed it, we bop it with the Leaf Storm, we're able to live an Ice Shard, we're able to live an Icicle Crash in case he's Choice Scarfed, and then yeah, that's how we get in the clear. That's how bad my matchup is against Mamoswine. So I'm very terrified about that Pokemon. Even though we have triple Intimidate, it's still a really big threat, because Oblivious is a thing. Immune to Intimidate, scary Pokemon. So that's Monch. The next Pokemon that we're going to be bringing is going to be Cheep Cheep, the spiked fish from Super Mario. Cheep Cheep is coming with Liquidation, Thunder Wave, Spikes, and Pain Split. Thunder Wave is to be able to pair the Cinderace, as well as the Urshifu if I can, but mostly for Cinderace. This is our check to Cinderace. This is our check to Urshifu. This is our check to those two Pokemon. Basically all I can really check. Copper Jaw can bring Earthquake. Yeah, Mamoswine's not a. This isn't a check to Mamoswine because it's got Earthquake, but I can intimidate it. Again, Oblivious. Liquidation is going to be good for stab. To the secondary effect I believe is to reduce defense, which could be pretty clutch. Spikes to Spike Stack. Again, he does have Cinderace with Court Change, but if he wants to bring webs and counter my webs, I don't think that he would bring Court Change. I don't think Court Change is going to be a thing, so I'm gonna pack Spikes just in case. Pain Split is there for the longevity of Quillfish as well as chip damage on his team. Last week I ran Rest Sleep Talk because I didn't value the chip as much as I do this week because Dracovish just wins. If I can get chip on his team, Dracovish just wins, barring that the Gardevoir is not scarfed. So we have to scout for that, but I need chip damage on his team. That's why we have Pain Split. We also have Pain Split on our Rotom, I believe. Yeah, we have Pain Split on Rotom for chip and for longevity. So that is going to be Cheep this week. This is basically max defense, max HP to be able to be a good threat coming in with the Intimidate ability and Rocky Helmet for that extra chip. So I believe that is going to be the team. Yep, that's the team. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Down in the comment section below, let me know how adorable my daughter is. And we're going to get connected to Matt, and I will see you guys over in the matchup. Alrighty fam, so we are in the battle. Want to do a post-game interview before or after BTW? Oh, sure. Okay, cool. So I'm talking to Matt. Let's say we're gonna be doing a post-game interview after the game's over. So let's hopefully be in a good mood after that happens. So we have our team that we discussed beforehand. We're gonna go ahead and hop right on into it. Everything is all set. We said our good lucks are have funs. So he elected to take 151. So we're gonna be 152. Unfortunately, today we are not playing in San Diego. Unfort. So it's not going to be purple. It's not going to be ghost-like. It's not going to be pretty. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to close Discord so we do not get distracted. I'm going to pop up my notepad here. And everything's looking good. We're going to take this. We're going to take notes on what exactly he decided to bring. Cool. All right, so everything's all connected. Again, the Pokemon that I do believe he's going to bring is going to be the Urshifu, the Mamoswine, Cinderace, Gardevoir, Porygon, and Vikavolt. Our team is right above us in case you did decide to skip the team builder. Don't know why you'd want to, so you guys understand what we're bringing and why we're bringing it. And we're just gonna hop right into this matchup. Let's see what my boy decided to bring. So he brought everything except for what? He didn't bring Mamoswine. What? Well, the Yachi Berry on Monch is basically null and void, but I am in shock he did not bring Mamo. I don't know what he's afraid of. So I'm gonna take Mamoswine off the layout. Instead, he does elect to bring the Roserade. So let's see here. Where is Roserade? Roserade, where are you, friend? There you are. Okay, cool. So the Roserade is here instead. I'm gonna put him in that slot over here so you guys can see it. Excelente. Perfect. Roserade is in its slot. Now, what are we gonna decide to lead with? Is gonna be the question. In case he does lead with the Vikavolt, I think we have to lead with Friend to avoid any Sticky Web shenanigans. And if he's sashed, then we can just get rid of him later with our Hitmontop. But yeah, so he's got Urshifu, he's got Cinderace, he's got Vika, he's got Porygon, he's got Guard, and he's got the Roserade. Cool. Well, we already said it beforehand, but I'm gonna say it here on camera again. Good luck, have fun to my good friend MattOshea. It is gonna be an epic game. The San Diego Snugglers, the Montreal Milotic. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get it. It does decide to lead with the Roserade, so awesome lead for us to start out with. We do lead with our Arcanine here, so I'm assuming that he's not going to want to stay in on this thing, like whatsoever, because we're going to knock this boy out. So I'm going to go ahead and save some time, and I'm just going to go ahead and switch, and I'm going to go for a teleport here. I'm sure he does not want to lose his Roserade, so a Flare Blitz would bop this thing 100%. Once we teleport out, a good switch in on our part would probably be the Rotom. He decides to stay in. Matt. Wow. Okay. I'm quite shocked with that one. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Roserade here. Should we bring in Scott? I'm actually in shock. I'm going to bring in Scott. Alright, so Roserade. He did about half to us. So if he's at level 50, I'm in shock. He could have lost his Roserade there. He could have just said F it. So our Durant to a Roserade, even an Iron Head's gonna kill this thing. What is your switch into this? You know he's gonna go for an Iron Head or a Bug type move. You're probably gonna bring in Cinderace if I were to guess. Stomping Tantrum to 77 to 91%. I'm gonna go ahead and go for, I believe, an Iron Head here. I think that's my best play, or I can go for an X-Scissor. If he brings in the Cinderace, good play. But I'm gonna go ahead and go for the X-Scissor here. X-Scissor is gonna smoke this thing. If he's sashed, we're gonna find out now. So he does decide to stay in. He is sashed. Okay, so that makes sense. What does he decide to go for here? Goes for Stun Spore. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Stomping Tantrum. If he decides to switch out, then this is going to cover the Cinderace in case that comes in. But we misplayed. It should have gone for a Flare Blitz. That's fine. He goes for a Spike. So he's going to get us one layer up. We're bringing Jabberwocky here. So I'm going to bring in Jabberwocky. We're going to kill him with a Rapid Spin. And get rid of these spikes. So he's a Spikes lead. Okay. Go for a rapid spin. We're going to kill this and get a +1 speed boost. Wow. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, we had a rocky start, which was unfortunate. Real unfortunate. I could have switched into... Goes for a Dazzling Gleam. We are Assault Vested, so we should be able to take this. And we do. So we are able to get rid of the spikes and we kill the Roserade and we're +1. Okay, cool. Alright. Hitmontop kills Roserade. Okay. So the Roserade is gone. Sludge Bomb, Spikes, Stun Spore, Dazzling Gleam. Wow. Good lead. Good lead, because he dented me. Took half on 2 of my Pokemon. The Assault Vest is still going to be pretty clutch against the Porygon and the Vikavolt. We don't necessarily want to bring it in on the first chance anymore, so we're going to have to kind of watch out for that. But we'll see what we could do. In comes the Cinderace. We are +1. Do I outspeed Cinderace here? So we're +1 speed. I could go for a Stone Edge. Cinderace. I would say no, but it's good worth calcing. No, we don't outspeed if he's Jolly max speed. If he's Adamant max speed, let's see. That'd be some good information. We still don't outspeed. So our place to switch out here. I think we go ahead and bring in Friend. Friend is still really important for what? I could take this chance to Morning Sun, or I could just bring in Cheap. Let's bring in Cheap and get some chip damage off. We can eat a Pyro Ball. Be some crazy tech if he had. I think this thing gets Electro Ball, but he's -1 attack. Pyro Ball should be doing 15 to 19%. Goes for a Pyro Ball, so this is going to do 20% max basically. Okay. So he does not have a Defogger. I think it would be a good idea for us to... I know he's going to switch out here. Spikes could be awesome for us. So I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for some Spikes. Get some chip damage off on his team. Go for a Super Fang. He hits. Okay. That's fine. So on the next play, what we could do is we can go for a Pain Split. So we're going to get up a Spike. Pretty good for us. Now on this play, I think we lose nothing in Pain Splitting here. So Super Fang, Pyro Ball, Court Change. Oh, nice. Good stuff, Matt. So he does go for that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's some awesome tech right there. So we get a little bit of health back on this. I do on this play want to go for a Liquidation, or I can go for a free Thunder Wave. But Liquidation is looking like a better play. Liquidation is looking like a better play. Okay, so I'm good. I'm glad I didn't go for a Thunder Wave there. I should be able to knock this thing out 74 to 90%. So go for Liquidation. We should be able to knock this out, and we do, which is really good for us. So Quillfish takes care of Cinderace. Quillfish kills Cinderace. All right. It is looking good for us now. It is looking good for us now. He did get a Spike on us, which is unfortunate. That's very interesting that he did that. So he brought a Sash lead Roserade with Spikes and still had Court Change. Very interesting. And then, sir, this is my check to you. Sir? We go for a Thunder Wave here. Oh wait, I'm taunted. Duh. Can I handle this thing if it's at full? Urshifu, and if you are the Rapid Strikes, let's say you're Choice Banded. Let's just say you're Choice Banded. We don't really... If he has Zen Headbutt, I kind of want to scout if he has Zen Headbutt. But what is our switching? That's the question. What is our switching? Let's bring in Monch. What do we need Monch for? Bring in Monch. So he's lost Roserade and he's lost Cinderace. He's got Gardevoir, Porygon, Vikavolt left. We don't take any spike because we're levitating. Goes for a substitute. Okay, so we can go for a Volt Switch to break the sub, which will be good for us. So he's sub bulk up, maybe? Sub bulk up, maybe? So we're gonna go for a Volt Switch on this play. I don't think he's gonna kill me with anything. Drain Punch. Interesante. That does a good chunk. 155 to 95. So he's got lefties, I think is what I saw. Go for a Volt Switch, we're gonna break the sub. So we can't bring in Coolfish, or it's just gonna set up another sub on me. So how much does Duran do to this thing? Not much. Not much at all. So I think getting an Intimidate off on this thing would actually be a pretty good play. I'm gonna do some switcheroo action here. I'm gonna bring in Arcanine. And I'm gonna tempt him to attack me. And I'm gonna get some Rocky Helmet damage off. So I'm gonna Intimidate, bring him down to -1. He does have leftovers. And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Cheep Cheep. Get a -2. So Urshifu has leftovers. And he's got sub. And he's got Drain Punch. So get him at -2. If he goes for Rapid Strikes, then he's going to get more damage off than we really care for. So this is really good for us. So he's at -2. He's not going to want to stay in for very long. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and bring back in Monch, and we're going to continue the process over again. So the idea behind that was just to get him to -2. So he's not Choice Banded, he's leftovers. This shouldn't be doing much at all. So he should be going for a Drain Punch. He goes for a Bulk Up, okay. So now he's at +1. No, he's at -1, I should say. So he does have Drain Punch instead of Close Combat. Drain Punch. Alright, so he still doesn't do all that much to us. On this play, we're going to go for a Discharge. So he does 29 to 34% to us. We're like, what, 95? So he's going to attack me on this turn. He goes for a Drain Punch, okay. So we're able to eat another one of these. We could get a free Volt Switch off. Volt Switch is going to do 75 to 89%, which is Dracovish range at this point. He has no... There's nothing keeping him from just substituting again because he is faster. And I don't want to get put in the situation where he goes for a substitute and then Volt Switch out. So I'm going to go for another Discharge here. Get some damage off on probably the Vikavolt would be his switch in, if that would be my guess. So he goes for a substitute. Okay, that's what I thought. So we're not going to let him sub up here. How much do I need him to be at? He's probably pretty defensive, if I were to guess. And he's at +1 defense. Probably should put that on here. This range, he's in Discharge territory. So I think a good play for us would be to go for, I think I should just go for another Discharge. If he brings in the Vikavolt, I could just bring in Arcanine, which is basically dead weight at this point. Yeah, we're gonna Discharge again. We have to Discharge again. So he goes for a Drain Punch. Are you gonna give this to me? A Para would be phenomenal. Paralysis would be phenomenal. This should be doing 86 to 102. There's a chance to kill here. We don't knock it out. Do we get the Para? We don't get the Para. Okay. So he has to knock us out here. What's a good switch in? I think at this point I can go ahead and bring in Cheep Cheep. and get him at minus. So we're gonna switch out here and bulk up, substitute, drain punch. Do you have rapid strike? I mean, yeah, rapid strike, I think that's what it's called. So we're gonna get an intimidate off. Now we're back at -2. Drain punch. Okay, this is gonna do jack shit. Okay, can't sub on us. So on this play, we're gonna go for a liquidation. So it's gonna kill him. We're gonna get damage on something if he decides to switch out. At this point, what keeps Dracovish from winning the game? So he either switches and we get damage off on something, or he kills himself because the drain punch does not kill. So Rocky Helmet plus liquidation should knock this thing out. In theory. It's good that we still have Montreal. We could still paint split on something, or we can get some good damage off on, you know, whatever wants to come in. I wonder, I don't remember because I built this team so long ago. I wonder if I EV to outspeed and max speed and Gardevoir. I did. So Monch is EV to outspeed and max speed Tim and Gardevoir, so that could be something that we could do. So he decides to let me have this thing, so this is not going to kill. I don't believe he's gonna get Rocky Helmet, and then we're gonna go for liquidation. So let's see. Should be Quillfish kills. Yeah. Quillfish kills. I should have gone for a spike, but I couldn't risk him living. Kills with liquid. I don't know, just kills. Urshifu. Alright, so we're up 3-0. I don't care if this thing kills me. I honestly don't care if this thing kills me. I'm gonna liquidation. I would rather him kill me here. If he goes for a sticky web, then I'm going to bring in Hitmontop. But we're gonna get damage off on this thing. Get a -1 defense drop. Goes for an agility. Okay, so now he doesn't. Now Dracovish doesn't outspeed. All right. So I think that we go for another liquidation. So his Vikavolt. So he's at +4. So obviously Dracovish does not outspeed anymore. Or just say your modest max special attack. From here, I'm gonna go for another liquidation and see if I can get another defense drop. Because -1 defense. But I just want him to kill me. Dracovish. Bug Buzz. Okay, so he kills me here. Cool. Vikavolt. That is Throat Spray. Okay, that's fine. Vikavolt kills Quillfish. Okay. So, does Jabberwocky eat a hit? +1. You know what I could do, actually? This is what I can do. I'm gonna let him wait a little bit. Arcanine to a Vikavolt. Extreme Speed should actually pick up the KO. So we're bringing Friend. Yeah. Now that he's at -1 defense, I think that Extreme Speed could actually pick up the KO. Does 34 to 41%. Yeah. Go for Extreme Speed. So Arcanine should pick up the kill here. Scary set though. Super scary set though. So we do kill it. Pretty good. That was scary. Arcanine kills Vikavolt. Woo! It's looking good, guys. It's looking swell. All right, Matt is got a scary team, dude. So crazy. So crazy. All right, so I think that he just has the Gardevoir and the Porygon left. I don't outspeed this thing. How much do I need to get down on you? Porygon Z. If you have no bulk on you and you're level 50, extreme speed does 32 to 38%, so 32%, right? So Hitmontop's Mach Punch is going to be... Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go extreme speed into Mach Punch should kill. So we bring that down. Yeah, that's Mach Punch range. Uproar. Are you Throat Spray on this too? Are you Throat Spray on this too? So he's an Uproar, so he can't change his moves. So now we bring in Jabberwocky. Mach Punch does 76 to 91%, so this should also kill. So we bring in Hitmontop. He can't switch because Uproar is kind of like Outrage and Thrash. So we're gonna go for a Mach Punch here, and this should pick up the KO. And it does. Hitmontop kills Porygon. Cool. So I think that all we have to deal with left is the Gardevoir. I think that that's his last Pokemon. I do the X's in post-production, just so you guys know. So, well, he does get the Technician. So Dracovish basically wins the game at this point. From here, I do know that I live a hit, so I'm gonna go for a... So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for a Rapid Spin. Gardevoir. I'm gonna ensure that we win this game. Just in case he's Focus Sash on this thing, because that would be absolutely catastrophic. Hitmontop, if we go +1, we don't outspeed it if he's Timid Max Speed. So I think I just go for a Triple Axle, which is going to be, you know, multi-hitting anyway. Goes for a Moonblast. I think we eat this with the Assault Vest. No, we don't. Oh, no, we don't. That's the wrong... I was looking at the wrong calc. Okay. Cool. So now I think we bring in... I think we bring in Dracovish. Yeah. I'm going to give Dracovish the last kill. Dracovish comes in. This does 183 to 216. If he's Choice Scarfed, that would be really bad. So we're going to go for a Vicious Rend here. Cool. So barring that this thing is Focus Sash, I think this is game over. Yeah, it's game over. Cool. Pick up the last kill here. Dracovish kills Guard. Great game to my friend, my buddy, my pal. I love you, Matt. This is a great game. I believe I didn't catch that. I believe that we just lost. No, we lost Quillfish and we lost Hitmontop. And I think it's a 3-0. I didn't look. It's a 3-0. Again, I did the X's in post-production. I believe that this was a 3-0. Again, great game to Matt. Please do me a massive favor, guys. Go down to the description below. Check out his channel. Head on over and subscribe if you aren't already. Watch his side of the battle because it's always fine to see two sides of one stone. You know what I'm saying? Two sides of one coin. But yeah, this is going to be great for us. This is going to keep us in the playoff hunt. I believe if I were to look at the standings right now, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea where we're standing or where we're sitting at this point in time. So BBR ranking, I believe before this game we were the 6th seed, if I wasn't mistaken. Oh yeah, we're the 6th seed, and so a win here with the 3-0, I believe puts us at +7 differential. So we're gonna be at 5-4 +7. I believe that may lap us either depending on how Ruppy and the Columbus Swoo do. We may be at 4 or 5. Possibly. So we'll see how that goes. Now we're at the point where we have to basically keep everybody out of the playoffs, so we have to stay in. We have a couple more weeks left in the regular season. So hope you guys are excited for that. Again, if you're new here, please, por favor, you're gonna get content like this all the time. Hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. That's if you want to support me and what I do, if you love what you saw, that's the best way to do it. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your day, and above all else, be nice. Peace.